Recently, I was in downtown Milwaukee and I stayed at the famous historic hotel, the Pfister Hotel. This is the hotel that famous presidents and also rock stars have stayed in the past. In this particular video, I'm just going to focus on the one king size bed room tour. I'll be doing a separate video on the rest of the hotel amenities, so definitely get subscribed if you're interested in that. But here is the key card that I'm using to unlock the door. There's no digital key option at this time. For privacy options, you do have this door hanger, which is definitely a nicer material than just simply a slip of paper like other hotels. But for physical measures, you do have the locking deadbolt underneath the doorknob, and then also a door stopper over here and a peephole. And then the mandatory emergency route map is right there. I appreciate the design thought in putting it even in a frame to make it not as intrusive. Also in a frame, what looks to be Wisconsin statutes. Can't tell if this is the most current or not, because at least the room rates down there are definitely not the rates I'm paying in this trip. But I think maybe the other liability terms are applicable here. Checkout time is still 11 a.m. The closet is right here by the door. You actually get 2 luggage holders, a little bit of storage. In the drawer, it's actually the safe. Just next to that hanging are 2 bathrobes. And if you're curious about the laundry or dry cleaning services, here are the rates. They do have a handful of coat hangers, ones with pant or skirt clips, and even these soft plush ones. Then sitting on the top shelf is actually a handheld clothing steamer. This is in lieu of the traditional iron and ironing board. I'm seeing more of these now in hotels. But that's everything in this closet. If you're looking for extra pillows or linens, you're not going to find it, at least in the room itself. Right next to that is a little cupboard area. There's a light switch just to light up this particular area, and I do like how they did the lighting here. It's like really soft, and you can see up at the top there's a picture of the historic Pfister Hotel. There's an ice bucket at the top, golden ice bucket, and 2 glasses. Below that, you have 2 complimentary water bottles, which they do restock every day, and there is a Nespresso machine. Underneath is the mini fridge. It doesn't have a freezer section, but it has pretty ample space. Then in the drawer next to it, well, you'll find the coffee pods with the condiments, sugars, creamers, and they have 2 packets of some high quality tea from Rishi, and there are some disposable cups and some stirrers. Underneath that are 2 bucket waste bins. I'm assuming one's for trash, one is for recycling, but they don't really label it. And it seems like one of them wasn't fully cleaned out from the last occupant. But spinning around to the other side, there is a full-length mirror, very tastefully selected to meet the rest of the theme of the hotel. An entryway is well lit with this recessed ceiling light sprinkler there, and then we are greeted with the bathroom. For a historic hotel, they definitely did modernize, especially the lighting. I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but you can see that it has motion sensor light switches, and it has these under cabinet lighting. It even has its own in-room vent fan, which most hotels these days don't even have. Another standout feature is definitely how soft all of their linens are, like the nice and fluffy floor mats and towels. On the countertop, you have a box of tissues, 2 glasses with branded coasters, a cleansing bar for your hands, all sitting on a nice wide marble countertop with some glass hardware, a very wide mirror with edge lighting. Just everything flows together. All the design elements still give that really nice historic look and feel, down to the sink stopper. But I did notice while looking at the sink that there was a little bit of leftover hair from, again, the past occupant, so I think their housekeeping could be a little bit more detail-oriented. But on the other side of the counter, there is a tube of body lotion from the wellness spa, and they also have 2 small towels and a makeup mirror, outlets on the side, and underneath the counter, you'll find the hair dryer. Nothing else on the right side cubby, but on the left side you'll find 3 full body towels. In the drawer just above that, you'll find a vanity kit with like cotton swabs and a shower cap, plus a loofah, and space behind that for your jewelry or other accessories. And if you're curious what's underneath the sink, well, nothing except maybe a little bit of stains from some prior incident. Moving on, here is the toilet. It's a little bit more modern than other ones, and then you have an extra toilet roll right on top, and you have another trash bin over there, some bright artwork, and a small mirror just above that. And then here is the shower situation. Nice big roomy glass shower. You can see even the shower head and faucet are all gold. And I like that it by default has a rain shower or a handle for your choosing. There's the shower mats, and there are several cubbies that you can put your own toiletries in there. But of course, it does come with some shampoo, conditioner, and body wash in the large containers mounted on the wall, all part of the Wellness Spa brand. And it's nice to see that they've implemented a more modern European style drain, which has a linear slit right here at the bottom. And the entire shower, if you haven't noticed already, has nice marble tiles. Just give it that really premium feel. And then for hangers, you do have 2 hangers on the door. Once again, all in gold, matching the historic theme down to the deadbolt and especially the doorknob. Just look at that. Amazing. Now let's take a look at the rest of the room. So it is actually quite spacious. You can see in the corner there are actually 2 nice comfy seating reading chairs. The light switch is right here. It has a round table in between and a little footrest where you can kick back, relax, and learn about the Pfister's history in a textbook-sized book if you wanted to. Or you can watch it on the flat screen TV. And here's your usual remote check. It seems to be on the less greasy side. I wouldn't say it's like totally immaculate, but it's definitely better than most of the hotels that I've stayed in. Here's the channel list if you're curious. It's just the typical free channels. And then here is the storage situation. Just open shelving on the ends, though do notice that it is on the rounded side, so you do lose a little bit of real estate versus a traditional corner cabinetry, but you do have plenty of space in these slide out drawers. Plus, there are actually motion sensor lights underneath, so if you are trying to grab something in the dark, that is super handy. I like that it's really low key, so it won't disturb your partner if you just try and grab something in the dark. Nice little fake plant in the corner there. And you do have 2 nice big open windows with some sheer curtains that'll still let in some natural light without compromising your privacy. Depending on how high up, I'm actually on one of the lower floors, so I'm actually pretty close to the street here. And my room is located in the original hotel building. There is a separate wing that has much higher floors. The hotel is just located on a city block, and there's nothing too spectacular nearby, so no matter which room you pick, you'll just be looking into the next door building. But here is the king size bed. Has 2 nightstands, one on either side, lamps on top of the nightstands, which contains 2 shallow pull-out drawers and then open space underneath. And then moving on to the bed, something I have not seen before in all the hotels I've stayed in is a built-in reading light in the bed frame. This light also came in handy when I just needed a little bit of light at night to find something without disturbing my partner. And just beneath that, also built into the frame, are 2 USB ports to charge a phone. One full-size USB-A port and the newer USB-C port. And either side of the bed has both that reading lamp and the 2 USB ports. But on the right side of the bed, there's an additional light switch to control some more lights above the headboard, so you can guess exactly the mood lighting that you want. This side's nightstand is almost identical, except inside the first drawer you'll find a Gideon Holy Bible and the calling card instructions. But open storage for the other drawer and underneath that. And at the foot of the bed, there's a very wide ottoman for additional seating or a surface to put things on. The bed itself was super comfortable. It's definitely one of the better hotel beds I've stayed in. It still has some nice softness at the top, but still very firm, good for your back. Pillows are pretty great too, definitely on the soft side. The only thing I noticed is when I was checking for bed bugs, I did see a little bit of a stain in the mattress cover. But then moving over to this corner, this room does feature connecting doors. So this is the door to the adjacent room. But as usual, there are the regular safety measures. So it's going to be a double door, one to open on either side in order to have this completely open. And over here is your desk area. It has a nice plush leather seat. On top of the desk, you'll find the telephone and the special speed dial buttons to call the butler, which is really just the front desk. In-room dining services, concierge services, the wellness spa desk, and the Mason Grill, which is the attached restaurant. And if you'd like to leave a note, they do have a golden colored plastic pen and a notepad. And if you're curious about the in-room dining food options, it's basically a typical overpriced American food. But they do offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner, also kids menu, dessert menu, and a whole separate alcohol menu. Little pad on top, I guess for ergonomics or to prevent scratches, and a little desk lamp in the corner. Built into the desk are these side drawers. On the right hand side, it's pretty much open space. But the other side is a little bit interesting. It doesn't completely pull out, but rather it has just enough space for looks like a pen. I have to assume it has some kind of historical significance, but I'm not a history buff, so let me know in the comments if you know what it's for. Underneath the desk, you'll find another trash bin and recycle bin dual combo. But what you won't find is any sort of open outlets near the desk, which is definitely the biggest downside if you are here on a business trip or you just want to plug in your laptop and you simply cannot at the desk. There are, however, plenty of other outlets kind of scattered throughout the room, including in the seating area and near the TV. And then for usual practical stuff, there is your thermostat there on the wall. And fun fact, the Pfister Hotel is actually the very first hotel in the US to have individual room climate control. And then on the ceilings, you'll find the usual safeties, including fire alarm, smoke detector, and sprinklers. So what were my thoughts staying here for 5 nights in this historical hotel? Well, this is definitely one of the best hotels that I've stayed in. I just really like the coherent theme throughout. The room has a very nice, warm, homey feeling to it, keeping the historical element intact while offering the modern amenities like the modern bathroom elements. And I particularly love all the lighting details throughout, especially those downward facing motion sensor lights, which came in handy so much in the nighttime when I had to get up to use the restroom. You can tell a lot of thought went into designing this room, from the golden trims to the softness of the dampening effect when opening cabinet drawers and doors. But this room is not without its flaws. For example, I found out that this room did indeed have an alarm clock, but it was on the ground. And you can tell there are definitely places where the housekeeper never checks, like there's some trash underneath the cabinets. Bathroom had some leftover hair from the previous occupants, some visible mildew in the grout of the shower area, and surfaces that were sticky to the touch. And while housekeeping does come by every day to make your bed, take out your trash, restock towels, your waters, and do some basic cleaning, I did notice that they're a little bit inconsistent in what they restock. For example, they didn't restock the teas that I had, and they also didn't really thoroughly clean the shower either. And as for noise, if you do have noisy neighbors, unfortunately you will be able to hear them. The walls are not exactly the thickest. And if you're on the lower floors, you likely will be hearing the sirens at night and general street noise. And if you're on the 3rd floor of the historic hotel building, you will be able to hear the grandfather clock that chimes at every quarter of the hour. But overall, I did enjoy my stay here and would come back the next time I am in Milwaukee again. If you're curious about the rest of the hotel amenities, I'll be doing a separate hotel in-depth tour as well on my channel, so make sure you're subscribed to see that video. Thanks for watching.